Hey, how's everybody doing? This is Steve again. Hope everybody's well. I'm going to talk to you about really expensive guitars compared to good quality, inexpensive guitars. I'm going to give you some inside secrets, especially for people that is first starting to play. You know, I've been into the music business all my life. Okay, I mean, in the old days, I worked in the clubs and everything. I'm 54 years old. I'm disabled. I'm retired, and now I just live to enjoy life. Okay, I'm going to talk about a Gibson Les Paul VOS compared to the baby company Epiphone. Okay, Gibson makes a guitar, a three pickup VOS. Sells for between $5,000 and $6,000. And you know that Gibson owns Epiphone. They bought them, they're making them, and everything. And this guitar's got great action. It's a very heavy guitar, but it is beautiful. It really is. It's a gorgeous guitar. It's super clean, and it looks unbelievable. And the reason why I'm talking to you about this guitar is I discovered something. And I'm sure a lot of other people probably know the same thing I'm talking about. Epiphone came out with a guitar called the Black Beauty. Okay? And if you put it side by side with this guitar, button for button, everything, you couldn't tell the difference. Look what this guitar says, Epiphone with the Gibson label on it, logo. It's just as heavy as the Gibson, and the difference between the Black Beauty and the Gibson Les Paul is the Gibson Les Paul sells for $5,000. It's a lot of money for a guitar, but that's Gibson. It's a great guitar. This Epiphone, brand new, sells for between $600 and $700. $600 and $700. If you were to take this guitar and put it side by side and give it to a couple of musicians and cover the name on it, just cover that, and tell me the difference. I bet you 80% of them couldn't tell the difference in the guitar. You really couldn't. I mean, people that know guitars would know the difference. There's no question about it. But this thing is incredible. And the kicker to this guitar is I picked it up in a pawn shop, used for $400. I mean, it's a buy of the century, you know. And it is literally a great guitar. It really is. It's got great action, you know. But you really got to do your homework. I mean, I go into pawn shops anytime I see one because I just want to see what they got in there. I bought a Fender Strat made in Mexico for $200. The guitar was worth $1,300. They don't even know what they have sometimes. They just don't know. You know, it was old, you know, beat up a little bit, but who cares? And that guitar probably has history. But getting back to the Gibson Les Paul and the Epiphone Black Beauty, for the difference in price, you just can't tell. You just can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong. Now, the next guitar I'm going to talk about, I play all the time. It's probably one of my favorite guitars. This is a Fender Stratocaster. Yeah, this baby's made in America. It's all Fender 100%, and this baby cranks. I mean, you know, it's just an awesome guitar. It's not that heavy, you know, and the action on it is beautiful. I mean, it rocks. It really does, you know. You just can't go wrong with a Fender. You know, some of them are made in Korea, some of them are made in Mexico. You know, they say the best ones are made here in America. It's probably true. We take better pride in there. The quality control is much better when it's made here. You know, some of the newer ones, the parts are made there and they're assembled here, you know. But an American Strat should be in everybody's collection. I don't care who you are. Same thing with a Les Paul, a good Gibson Les Paul. You just can't go wrong. But this guitar sells for, you can probably pick it up for $1,500, $1,600, $1,700. You don't need to spend a $4 or $5 grand on a Strat. If you have the money, spend it. That's okay. But if you're on a budget and you want a great guitar, this is the Fender Custom Stratocaster. It is a gorgeous guitar. And now I'm going to talk to you about another guitar. That's a brand new guitar. It just came out. And for the money, you can't go wrong. This is a hollow body Epiphone. Epiphone hollow body. Of course, it has the Gibson logo on it and everything. Because, you know, Gibson owns Epiphone. And It has a nice pickup and everything. The wah-wah, 3 pickups. It's got, you know, great sounding guitar. I mean, it's just awesome. And the guitar, believe it or not, was around $500. And I compared it to the same Gibson, and it sounds just as good. I mean, the Gibson uses a little bit of pickups and everything, you know, but made-wise, for $500, this guitar is worth every penny you pay for it. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous guitar. It really is. And now I'm going to talk to you about another guitar. I get emails all the time, you know, from all the music companies, and they get, you know, when they, oh, we got a great buy, you know, blah 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 blah, you know, we only got 10 available, and you know, and then you go to buy it and they don't have it. This is a guitar made by a company called Mitchell. Okay, and I got an email from Sam Ash saying that they have limited quantities of these. Guitar was regularly $300, and you know, Mitchell's not a bad guitar. It's a guitar, $69. Picked up my phone, $69. Let me have it. Let me check it out. I mean, the worst thing for us, I give it to somebody that wants to learn how to play. $69 guitar for somebody that wants to start. It's great. I got to tell you something. I play this guitar all the time. This is a beautiful guitar for $69. It's a beautiful guitar for $300. Okay, but for $69, it's not an electric acoustic, it's strictly acoustic. So I bought one of these Dean Markey pickups and I put it in there. You know, the pickup costs just as much as the guitar, but you know, to take it outside, go to the park and just fool around and everything, it's a great sounding guitar for $69 by Mitchell. It's a great guitar. Let's talk about some other guitars. Let me grab a couple more. Give me 1 second. Okay. The next guitar I'm going to talk about is an Ovation. I'm coming back to you. Is an Ovation. Okay. I mean, I got so many guitars, it's unbelievable. This is an Ovation. It's not the bottom of the line. It's not the top of the line. It's a beautiful, beautiful car. It's called the Ovation Celebrity. Okay, and the guitar sells for about $700. Again, I picked it up in a pawn shop, okay, for $300. Pawn shops are the way to go for musicians, I'm telling you. They just don't know what they have sometimes. And if you know what you're doing, you know, and take your phone and go in there, take the model number, get on their phone and see what it is, you know what it's worth right away. You know, some of these places, you know, and you can always talk them down in price because they're buying it from people that need money and they don't come back and pick the stuff up. But this is an incredible, and it's a beautiful guitar. It's a beautiful guitar. Ovation, I never really was crazy about them, but when I got this, it sounds good. I mean, I do Dead Flowers by the Stones on here, Angie, or Wild Horses. It's a great sounding guitar, you know, some Leonard Skinner stuff, some Heart, the girl from Heart uses an Ovation, you know. It's a nice guitar. The next guitar I'm going to talk to you about is really funny how I got this guitar. Once again, I get emails from all these companies telling me they got great buys. What's the cheapest Gibson out there? $500, $600. I mean, they came out with something called the Melody, which is not a fancy guitar. This is a Flying V by Gibson, okay? Brand new, out of the box, $299. $299. Is it unbelievable? No. It's an okay guitar, but it's a Flying V, and it's $299, and it's an original Gibson. You can't go wrong with that, man. It's got one knob on it for tone control. It's got a pickup. It's light, and if you want to rock on stage and you don't worry about fucking something up, this is it, baby. Excuse my language. Hope YouTube allows me to say that on here. I'm sorry, YouTube. You know, but for $299, it is just awesome. It really is. It's a great guitar. I'm going to talk about one more guitar. Let me grab it, which I think is a great guitar also. Okay? Let me grab it over here. Coming back to you. Okay, I love this guy. I love all my guitars. I mean, believe it or not, if you look at my videos, you see my videos, I play a different guitar all the time. This is a shallow guitar. It's not a real heavy guitar, made by Epiphone. It's got a tuning on here. This guitar sounds magnificent. Magnificent. And you don't have to go crazy and spend $1,200, $1,500. You don't. You can pick this guitar up for about $400. I mean, they're giving you some really good stuff today, and you know, and if you wait for these 20% sales off, and if it's $400, you can take $80 right off the price and get it for $320. Sometimes they run the holiday sales. These companies, 15% off, 20% off. One thing about music stores, they make money. They don't discount nothing. When you're paying the price that they get for them, like in I'm not going to say names of companies, they're making profit. That's why there are so many of them. The music, they really don't blow out this stuff. Okay? So when you always wait for a big holiday. Father's Day. That's a great holiday. 20% off. It's always giving you 5%, 6%, 7%. But even at 20%, they're still making money. You know, but this is a great guitar. You know, you just can't go wrong, and it's great. You know, something else I want to talk to you about, which I have right here, is a Bose L1 Model 2 system. There it is, right there. That long cylinder pole, okay, with the touch tone, T1 touch tone. And I got 4 bass modules with it, and a power pack. I actually got 4 bass B1 modules with this. 2 on this side of the room, 2 on this side of the room, and the 1 cylinder standing there. And this system, if you put it in a club, can play to 700 people and crank. Imagine what it does in my home. My poor neighbors, they probably hate me, you know, the way they hear stuff. It's just an incredible system. It's expensive though. It's with the extra 2 bass modules and the power pack. I think it was close to $7,000. You know, but you know, you buy it once and that's it. You know, I'm going to take a break now, but come back to see my videos. We're going to go over really good TVs. We're going to go over really good audio equipment. We'll go over some Marshall stuff. We'll go over keyboards. We'll go over drum machines. We'll go over, which I have right here. Where's my voice box? I have a really good voice box, a Dunlap voice box. I don't know where it is right now. And I'm going to go over some recording equipment and also the Zoom G3, which they just came out with the sound effects for the price. It's a steal. I'm going to tell you, I have so much stuff that I can go over with. This is just one room in my house. In another room, I have so much other equipment. And I can tell you the ins and outs. Email me if you have any questions about anything. And if you think you're paying too much, email me also. I'll help you. I hate when these companies rip people off. Everybody works hard for their money. You know, I'm going to talk about equalizers. DBX equalizers, okay? They're on the bottom, down there somewhere. There we go. What is that we're looking at? Okay, well now, the DBX equalizers. We'll talk about home audio speakers, subwoofers. We'll talk about everything. So come back and see me. Okay, talk to you later, guys.